Hello, this is Mike with Car Checks. I'm here at this 2020 Corvette Stingray doing a pre-purchase inspection, and as I walk around I'll point out some things that I notice, and thanks for watching. So what we have here is a white color, has a nice finish. Noticing the headlights are in good condition. Noticing here this front lower valance, it does have some paint imperfections in it. Noticing here the way it kind of run a little bit, a couple spots like that on that. A couple small chips. Here's another one of those spots I was talking about in the black. Could be better. Has a carbon fiber covering here on the hood. Looks nice. Nice looking car. Really is. I can't really point out too many bad things, but I'm going to point out what I see. Here's that little bit of imperfection on that black area again. Here we are at the driver's front tire, made in 23, Michelin Pilot. Looks like about 630 seconds. Still has a lot of life left. There is the front brake pad. It's in excellent condition. Has a long way to reach the wear bar, or the metal thing there. In good condition. Rotor looks nice. Noticing a scratch down here on the bottom. Looks pretty deep. It's the driver's rear wheel, Michelin Pilot, made in 22, 730 seconds. A little bit of curb rash here. It's got some deep scratches here. Here as well. Looks like a little buff mark here. Went a little too far with it. A couple more scratches. It's the right rear wheel and tire. Made in 22. It's got some curb rash. This one's a little deep here. .730 seconds. Good and usable. There's the rear brake pad. Looks good. A lot of life left. Rotor looks nice. This is the right front wheel and tire. Made in 23. Right about 730 seconds. Still looks good and usable. There's the brake pad. It's real thick. It's got a lot of life. Rotor looks good. Alright, so having a look inside, we've just done a couple things here. Performed the OBD scan. We've got some areas that are red we'll talk about in a moment. And we have a readiness test, and it still shows the evap isn't completed its cycle yet. Still has the one incomplete, but it don't have any codes on the engine. Here we go with the rest of it. We'll go to the report. The report shows it has 119,491 miles. Here are the fault codes we found. The transmission control module has a safety performance code for some reason. I'm not sure what that is. That would need to be checked by the dealer, obviously, here. We had Some lost communication with the radio, but the radio seems to be functional. Looks like some lost communications with the gateway module somewhere. And with the steering instrument panel cluster and the rear view camera. So it looks like it's got a programming issue. Vehicle identification number invalid, incomplete configuration. But this is in the history, by the way, so there may have been at some point the camera changed or something going on there, and it hasn't been programmed, or maybe a module that was exchanged and not fully programmed. I'm not sure. Don't know or what. But those are in the history, okay? So, so I have to acknowledge that, and in that case, need to be addressed. It shouldn't have any codes if it was cleared and everything. So, anyway, moving on to these other areas that show to be okay in green. And I would recommend just having these checked by the dealer before you finalize your purchase. Alright, that's what it shows when I start it. Cameras are working. Alright, AC blows nice and cold. Alright, so I'm noticing an issue in the volume knob. When I turn it, it fights back. It doesn't rotate good. Even sometimes when I go to the left, it goes up. So the radio has an issue with the knob. Alright, this vehicle doesn't seem to have been cleaned yet. Noticing some indentations from a garage door opener maybe. Try the heater out. Alright, got good activity coming from there. And we'll try the fan speeds. Everything works good on that. Alright, going on the inside here, I'm noticing some small light scratches on the entryway. Some of it here in that chrome piece. Noticing the seat has a little stain. One here too. Looks like needs a touch-up. There's some more imperfections there. A couple small scratches on this one. Got a little blemish in the seat material. Comes with the owner's manual. Looks like a funnel and a wheel lock. I've had these seat heaters on for a while and I'm not really getting much functionality here. They should be warmer than that. If the seat heaters are working, they don't get very hot. But it's also really hot out here. But I just don't happen to feel like that they're putting out. Not to my standard. I'm not sure about that one. I would recommend having the seat heaters checked a little more thoroughly. I've had them on for 5 minutes. They're in the 80s. It's about the same temperature as the outside. Maybe a cold day might make a difference. All the other features are working. Having a look here in the engine bay, in the back trunk area. Engine runs great. No abnormal noise. All right, looking around the engine bay area, it looks original. It has the red valve cover upgrade. It matches the trim here. Some of them don't have that. I don't see any leaks from above. Everything looks nice and dry, looks original. This vehicle has the 6.2. This engine area looks like it could be cleaned. I don't think it has been yet. All the hoses and piping is original throttle body and so forth. All right, gonna check the oil here. Oil looks full and clean. Looks like they just changed it. Has a aftermarket sticker here. Wasn't original. All right, noticing the key fob here has some wear. So you can't really tell what they do unless you know. And they work. And we're going for a test drive. Alright, so it runs and drives good. I'd say the steering wheel is pretty accurate. Sounds good, runs nice. Okay, so during the test drive, I had noticed a little bit of movement. I felt like in the front lower control arm, and we got a technician, Kuba, here going to demonstrate a little stop. We're going to watch the front play here. Okay, so what I'm noticing is a little bit of play on the front lower control arm bushings. I could feel it. Takes the bumps well. The brakes feel really good. Stops nice. Here is the dealership we're pulling back into that's selling the vehicle. Alright, so I just got out the vehicle and I noticed that there's some tape that's holding a piece of trim here for some reason. The other side does not have that. And this piece looks a little loose. It's like it maybe broke. Other than that, I've mentioned everything I've noticed on this vehicle. It is beautiful. It does drive nice, and does have a few concerns, not very big, but definitely need to be addressed. So I just wanted to thank you for watching, and if you would, hit the thumbs up. Thanks.